bags were horror lies.
Hello and welcome to Body Bags. My name is James and I'm your Tuesday night reviewer. And for this evening, I've decided to bring you the Spanish movie, The Coffee Table, directed by Kay Casas. Okay, I'm gonna have to spoil this one, so very big spoilers in this, or big spoiler. Yeah, so if you've not seen this movie and don't want to know much about it, don't listen to this review. But if you've heard about the movie and want to hear someone else's opinion on it, or you just don't want to see it but intrigued to hear someone talk about it, well, here we have The Coffee Table, La Miesta del Comedor. So we follow a Spanish couple, Jesus and Maria, and they are in the vicinity of, well, they are in a furniture store. It's rather dark, dingy kind of place, where we have this salesman trying to sell them this very weird and tacky coffee table, one which Maria hates, but one which Jesus loves for some reason. But they're kind of going on about this. They're kind of arguing a little bit. Arguing, she's kind of ripping in, saying it's terrible. Jesus is kind of a bit more of a placid character. And the salesman is kind of getting it in the neck a little bit. But she decides to leave Maria with a baby because they have a newborn. And Jesus is left in the shop, so of course he buys it. And then takes it home and has to drag it up a flight of stairs. I don't know why it doesn't go in the elevator. I can't remember now. Maybe it doesn't fit. But yeah, back in the apartment. So he's putting the table together. In one of the selling points that the salesman said was, this glass is unbreakable. Oh, it's not broken when you get the table in the home. But it does have screws missing, so he can't put it together properly. So Maria was like, why did you buy this piece of crap? Anyway, I'm going to the shops. I need to buy food. I need to buy wine. Jesus' brother was coming for dinner with his girlfriend and coming to meet the baby. I think it's their first time meeting the baby. But just before this, actually, going up into the apartment, we see a young girl, Ruth. And she's really weird. She's very forward in her sexual advances towards Jesus. He's not having any of this, by the way. He's just like, yeah, whatever. But then she's trying to blackmail him. She's kind of weird. But that's just as it goes anyway. That's part of it. So anyway, Maria goes off to the shops to buy some wine and to buy some food. And yeah, she sees a friend in there, so she gets chatting. And we have Jesus back in the home, in the apartment with the baby. The baby's crying, so he's trying to calm it down. This is all off screen, we can't see it. And then there's an accident and he falls and you hear this glass smash. And then there's this blood everywhere. And the baby's been decapitated. However that happened, but yeah, the baby's basically decapitated. There's blood all over the rug. There's blood all sliding down the glass, and you see the body. It's wrapped up. So you don't see it, but the head is under the chair, and it's like, what the fuck? Okay then. Maria actually calls him and say, oh, I've got a friend who wants to speak to you, blah, blah, blah. And he's just like in complete shock. So he hangs up the phone kind of thing. She's like, what? Okay. Maybe he's busy with the baby. And yeah, this is pretty hard, this bit. So he picks up the baby and he lies it down. You can't see anything, but he's like changing the diaper and stuff like that. Oh, that bit was absolutely heartbreaking. Like that bit was hard to watch when he's just like kissing the arm, and changing the diaper and putting it to bed. That was utterly heartbreaking, that part of it. I mean, I think this is billed as a black comedy, but that bit was so hard hitting, I found. Maybe as a parent, I don't know. I have noticed that since being a dad, I've noticed certain things in films affect me that just had, well, I mean, I found them shocking before, but they hit you so much different in a different way. And I think if ever you have a connection to any part of anything horror that you can really connect to, it always is more hard hitting, whether it's fatherhood or illness or whatever it is, like something that traumatic that you've been through. There's always a connection, and it always is more hard hitting. But anyway, so poor Jesus, he's trying to clean up. And he goes to neighbours. It's actually this kid, Ruth, and the mom. He's like trying to get bleach because he wants to clean up. He's just in complete shock. And the salesman, he's on the phone to the salesman, kind of saying, look, what the hell's with this table before? And the salesman turns up with the screws. And he's like asking him out on a date. It's just freaking weird. But anyway, he just slams the door on his face. And he's trying to clean up. Maria actually comes back and she's like, what the hell's going on? And he's like, I'm freaked out. What's wrong with you? And he's like, there's blood all over him. And he's saying to Ruth that it was just painting the baby's room red, stuff like that. But Maria is like, there was an accident, but it's me. I'll cut my hand. I'm okay. But the table broke. The glass broke. Which Maria finds hilarious because she hates this table, and one of the key sales points was its unbreakable glass. She finds this hilarious. Anyway, they're drinking a bit. Well, she's drinking a bit of wine. She's cooking the food, trying to get all ready. She goes to visit the baby, check on the baby at one point, but he's like, I'll do it. I can check on the baby and that. But then his brother comes around with his girlfriend. For some reason, she's like 18 or something like that, and he's like in his 40s or something, but it doesn't really make a difference. But they're having a dinner, and he's like, oh, we're going to have a baby ourselves. And he's like, I don't really get why. It's just part of the script, I think. It doesn't really add. There's bits of this which doesn't really add to the story or anything. But I guess it's such a light movie. It's like a decapitated baby. And it's a 90-minute movie about that. So they kind of got to flesh it out a little bit. But he's obviously acting, poor Jesus is acting weird at the dinner table. She actually goes to the toilet, and he can't say these things to Maria's face. So he's saying them in like a phone message or something. But the brother overhears him. He's like, what? And he just breaks down to his brother, and they go to, kind of like, doesn't break down in tears, but he just tells him what's happened, and they go to the baby's room. And yeah, he sees it, and it all kind of goes a bit crazy. Maria wants to know what's going on, and then the doorbell goes, and then the kid Ruth is like, hey, Jesus kissed me in the lift, which he didn't do, but this is all going nuts. So this is making Maria be like, what the fuck is going on? But Ruth comes in there with her dog, and the dog is barking and yapping. And he's trying to, he knows that there's something under the chair, so he's going for it. And the brother picks up the head, and Maria's like, what's that in your hand? And then it all just goes to shit. It's like, Jesus is he's just gone. He's just gone mentally. His brother's just crying, just sobbing. He can't handle it. Maria is like like crying her eyes out, holding this head. The girlfriend of the brother is puking everywhere, and you see Maria walk out onto the balcony with the head, and then it all kind of pans around to different parts of the room, and then she's gone. And basically she's just committed suicide. I mean, fuck. I don't know where to. That's what the movie is. It's like, it's very straightforward what it is. And this is not really a feel-good movie at all. If you're having a good day, don't really watch this movie. I mean, I didn't find it funny. I imagine if you suffer from anxiety, God, this movie would eat away at you. You're just uncomfortable, and you're just, yeah, I mean, you know it's coming. You know that Maria is going to find out, but you're just praying for something, for Jesus to have some kind of way out of this, but there just isn't a way out. And so that anxiety just chips away at you throughout the whole movie. You're like, it's getting worse and worse, and it's like, how is it all going to end? And then it just does. I mean, it's definitely worth a watch. Like I said, I didn't find this funny, but I mean, I could see where the humor was, but I just found it too dark for me. I mean, I like a lot of dark stuff, don't get me wrong, and it's not that I didn't enjoy it or found it super disturbing. I mean, it is pretty bad, but I just didn't find the comedy in it. That's all. But it was good. It was good. It was. I'm not going to say it's brilliant, but it's a good one-time watch. I don't think it will hit the... Well, it was very hard for a movie to hit the same second time around, but I don't think I'd really enjoy it the second time around. I think this is a one-watch only sort of thing. But yeah, that's the end of the review. Maybe you guys like it. I don't know. If anyone has seen it, maybe drop a comment. Let me know what you think, because... This is one which will polarize a few people, I think. I can see people loving it and I can see some people just hating it. Yeah. But anyway, that's the end of the review. Hope you guys enjoyed it and I'll catch you next week. Thank you. Goodbye.